The year of 2017 has seen many celebrities, many personalities. This year's Diwali for the Atlanta Indians has been very, very special. Well, we had too many events going on with all the fireworks and all the pujas and all the organizations enjoying and celebrating Diwali. But other than that, we had this eminent personality who is a well known classical and a folk dancer. She's a multifaceted celebrity, and she's not an unfamiliar name to the Bollywood and the Marathi film industry. Well, I'm talking about none other than versatile Kishori Shahanevich. Well, let's go ahead and talk to her about her journey, how she got into the movies, how she made her career out of being a dancer and out of being passionate for acting. Kishori ma'am, first of all, it's an honor and pleasure to have you in Atlanta and to have you on TV Asia.
Thank you, Anjali. It's my pleasure to be here on TV Asia. And I loved Atlanta, Georgia, wherever I'm shooting right now. And it's wonderful to be here. I'm feeling like I'm surrounded by warm people. So it's nice to be here.
Well, I was looking and reading on your Wikipedia, on your biography, on Google, and there's nothing which you've not done. You're a classical, eminent folk dancer. You're passionate about acting. Tell us, how did the journey begin? At what age did you start?
My journey began very early in life and without an intention to making it a career. Basically, I was very fond of dancing, acting, and in my school times, I used to always participate in all these functions which happened in school. And gradually, I just got an offer from a dance ballet group which were going to have some shows abroad and India. And I said, okay, I'll just give it a try. I participated in that, and that's how like my career started in a modest way, I would say, when I was in 8th grade. Like while schooling itself, I started my career, and gradually it progressed from school. When I went to college, high school, college, I started getting more offers regarding professional theater and acting offers for movies, for serials, and the journey just began.
Well, you were also crowned the Miss Mithibai in the Mithibai College as one of the Miss Mithibai beauty pageant,
Right.
and you're also the winner of the Mrs. Gladrags runner-up 2003. How was the journey?
Oh, it was fantastic. From Miss Mithibai, where like I was like quite an innocent girl without knowing actually the nuances of how it should be. It was just a natural flair that came into me while I was acting in films. And when I participated in the Mrs. Gladrags, it was a real tough journey because ladies had come from all over the world and all over India, and they were really prepared, and they were preparing for like 2 3 years at least consecutively to become that fit and to face the audience and to win the crown. And I was just like quite no, new to these ideas, and I was thinking whether I should participate or no in Mrs. Gladrags. But meanwhile, I was of course always training in the gym and keeping myself fit on my own. I said, let's give it a try again. And with God's grace, yeah, I was the runners up at the contest, and I learned a lot that fitness is must in life, and you have to work out, you have to give yourself your time. And as women, I feel we always keep working for others. Maybe it's our family, it's our parents, it's our in-laws, or it's our kids. So as an Indian woman, I'm talking. But then when you work out, it's for your own self. At least some that space you have to take out for your own self.
You acclaimed fame through Marathi films such as Meherchi Sari, Vajwa Re Vajwa. So, how was the transition from doing plays to a Marathi film? I mean, I'm sure the plays are more tougher than films. How was the transition?
Yeah, it's always said that if your base of acting is theater, you will be successful in life. So luckily, I was like fortunate enough to get those offers, and I started with theater and by hearting long lines and rehearsing. But for a drama, it's always like at least a 15-day rehearsal is done, and the entire play is put up like that with all the actors together performing and all that. So theater came to me quite easily, and it entered my system. And when I was facing the camera, I did not know that I'm not supposed to look at the audience and talk. It's supposed only one camera that's I'm supposed to talk to. And that transition was a bit tough because I was only 16 when I got film offers.
Wow.
And so naturally, like I handling my school, my college, my theater, and getting into films, everything was too much. But yet multitasking was there, and I managed it. So it was wonderful to get into films. And while studying, can you believe it? Like maybe I was like 16, 17 when I got my first film. That was Prem Kuriya Kullam Khulla, and it was a super hit film. And just the career followed. After that, one after the other, the people kept giving me films. And by the time I was like a graduate, I was a heroine of 20 films.
Wow. At 20, girls want to get into films, and you've already done so much.
Yeah, 20 films at the age of 20.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, had you ever foreseen yourself as an actor? Did you, I mean, why you got into the entertainment or the classical dancing side? Did you just have dancing in your mind, or was acting, you realized, oh no, I'm an actor then more than a dancer?
Uh, Actually, I was always fond of dancing. I did not know that it will culminate into my acting skills also. And I think because of my family support, they always encouraged me to participate in different events whichever happened in school. And when these professional offers came in, that time also my mom and dad, like at that age, you require that family support to take you, yeah, you even to drop you, to pick you up. You know, it's late nights, it's early mornings, and plus school managing, college timing managing, all these things. I think the family support was tremendous that time, and I could get into all these things. And yeah, and in my first film and the films that followed, whatever songs I was doing, I was dancing on, and people realized that I'm a fabulous dancer. So it was a must. Whenever my film is coming in, there has to be a wonderful number in that, so that I perform well in that. So dancing and acting always went side by side. And when, like even lastly, my very big hit is Chala Jezuri Lazau. Chala Jezuri Lazau. That's a super duper hit number. It just released a few years back. And it's like each and every girl in India or wherever, Marathi people, they are performing on that, that song. So, one song you need to keep you alive all your life. I think that's the song that I got.
That's your
Yeah. Yes.
the most
Like for Madhuri will say Dhak Dhak Girl,
Yeah.
or for Sridevi will say Kaate Nahi Lagte.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, it's like
tag,
Jezuri La Zau.
attached to your name.
Yeah, that is attached to my name.
Absolutely fun. Well, so at that time, did your parents or your family put in a thing? No, you need to finish your education. Or did it come into your mind? Oh, I'm already done so much, so why do I need to study? Did it ever come to your mind?
Yeah, actually, this is a very beautiful question that you asked me. My parents were academics, were into academics, and they always said that graduation is the must, at least for the studies. If you wish to, you carry on, but this is a must for your life. So I said, okay, no problem. I interested them. I said, okay. And while doing these college assignments, college lectures, and I fortunately also found a very good principal in my college whom I could express my feelings. See, this my career has begun, and I am not able to attend the college classes regularly. So could you please adjust my dates? I was asking the principal, could you please adjust my dates? So the principal was, wow, that's superb. People keep searching for a career all their life, and you have found it at this age. So I don't mind encouraging you and keeping up to whatever your requirements are. So no problem. You at least give exams. That was the only condition, you at least give exams. So whenever it was like shooting or whenever I'm performing on theater, back of the stage, back of the camera, I always had books in my hands, studying and trying to give exams whenever it is like, year after year. Yes, and I did not skip even a single year. Right age, right education, right time, I could manage my graduation. So my parents were also happy, even I was happy. And basically, I wanted to become a chartered accountant. And meanwhile, when I did so much of work, I was a graduate and 20 films heroine, and I already had my own chartered accountant. So she said, hey, what are you doing? Why are you studying more? Just carry on with your wonderful career. You have achieved so much. You are successful. Please go ahead. So that's how like then I stuck to this career. And at the age of 20, I realized, oh, this is where I am supposed to be and I'll be there forever.
Well, we see much more coming up on your way. Uh, you got a break into the Hindi cinema through Hafta Band.
Yes.
And that's where you also met your lifetime partner.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit, how did that happen?
It was such a sweet moment when actually Jackie Shroff had become our close friend, and he introduced me to my husband, Deepak Balraj Vij. And that time I felt, oh, he's such a filmy personality, you know, he's like, his personality is like complete, he comes from a film industry that way. So I said, I don't know how I'm going to work with him and what is the, like, you know, what is his concept of making the films and all. But then gradually it so happened that we became so compatible. We used to talk more than the films and we became more friends. And my parents also got involved in this film and his parents got involved in the film. And it was like a family adventure. I said, my God, this is like not professional anymore. It's getting more intimate. And then afterwards, again, I acted in his other film, Bomb Blast, in which Ronit Roy was there and I was there. So then, by that time, actually, 4 years had passed away between these two films and my other assignments and his other assignments. And then we said, let's tie a knot. So then, but he's a very shy person, my husband. He'll never ask on front. So I said, let me take the step. And I said, hello, can you please marry me now? It's 4 years.
So you were the one proposing it. Did you have a ring or a flower?
It was on the phone.
Oh.
Because I was wondering when is he going to say, because whenever I met him I was expecting to come in from his side and he never said it. Again I used to go home, I used to wonder, so let's call up now and let me ask him right away. And then he said, hello, hold on, let's meet and talk. And then he actually had a proper formal meeting of my parents, his parents, and then we both sat together and that's how the journey began, yeah.
That's nice. You've also done serials and you've done many serials,
Yeah.
but the ones which got you more fame was Ghar Ek Mandir, Jassi Jassi Koi Nahi,
Yes.
Sindur.
Yeah.
So how was it in the Hindi being on the small screen, the Hindi TV serials where there's more deadline every day. There has to be a serial on
Yeah.
instead of a film can take for a year, but a Hindi serial you have to have an episode every night. How is it?
See, it's very risky when you take up a serial because for films you have much time in your hand to prepare for the character, to by heart lines, to perform, and there are much more takes, chances, and all that. But for a serial, it is really very, very difficult. Like when you begin in the morning, it's like I'm shooting 12 hours continuously. And before that, whenever I leave the house, by the time I come back home, it's like every day is like a 14-15 hour shift. So when I started getting offers of Hindi serials, I was like very happy because it gave me instant fame. And I loved working in serials. And now also like my one Shakti serial is going on Colors channel. And from there also I had to take a break to do this movie for which I have come here to Atlanta. So I requested them that 1 month I need to be away. And they said, oh ma'am, it's a regular character. The name of the character is Guruma. And the character became quite popular. And they also did not expect it to go so high because I think when the moment I entered the show became #1 among all the serials on all the channels. So even I didn't expect that to happen. And I also felt bad that I'm really maybe just going ahead of with my assignments at their cost. So I requested them that please let me go. I'll come back and I'll join you all. So that's how like right now I am in Chennai for the serial. While I'm shooting here in Atlanta for a movie. And yeah.
Need to know where you are.
And when I go back again, I'm going to join and I'll be like, I've just come from Chennai. It's like that.
Ask you how Chennai is.
Yes. So serials are definitely more demanding, and but I love it because it gives you instant fame. And films are there to stay. Like my latest film, Mohenjo Daro, with Hrithik Roshan. I had a wonderful character, Bhima Kaki, and people really appreciated my character. So that was nice. And had it been a super hit, then I would have been much more happier. It just did a little mediocre business, but then I'm happy that I got this superstar film with Hrithik Roshan. It's like a big deal to do that kind of movies. So I'm getting good offers from Hindi films. Now my one more new film is going to come, that is Lali Ki Shaadi Mein Laddu Deewana.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a rom-com, and for romantic comedy they say rom-com. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Got to learn one nice term
Yeah.
in the film industry.
And it has Akshara Hassan, Vivan Shah, and Saurabh Shukla, Darshan Jariwala, lots of other characters, Ranjay Mishra, and it's a wonderful film. So that's what I'm looking up to now. It's going to release very soon, and plus the Shakti serial is going on, and other things are there. Like I'm a director, I'm a producer also.
I know. I was going to talk about that.
Yeah.
You have produced the most, one of the, I mean, you made your mark as a producer in the Sai Baba, Shirdi Ke Sai Baba movie. As a producer, how was it? You know, meaning as an actor, it's a different thing, but as a producer, you have your product online. And again, you see actors coming in and coming into your movie and acting. So was there a certain point ever that you saw them and you're like, no, ye aisa nahi, aisa hona chahiye?
See, as an actor, since I have been passionate and dedicated to my profession, I have been quite prompt, quite punctual, quite attentive to the directors, producers, what they have told me. And when I become a producer, I have to face the other actors, the other technicians, how they are dealing with the producers. And there are definitely different types of people. So some are extremely cooperative, some are little, yeah, little difficult to manage. So I went through all that, and it was really a big task for me, an uphill task for me, because first of all you get the project together, then to release it and everything, right from A to Z, everything you have to manage. So it is a definitely difficult task, and if the producers are alive, then the film industry is alive. You know, this kind of a thought has to come in to each and every person belonging to the film industry. Otherwise, it is like, oh, a producer is there, oh, we want this and frills and fancies and all that extra unnecessary expenditures. They really cost very much to the producer. And I feel like I have sympathy for producers, because my husband has been a producer. He's done movies like Hafta Band and Bomb Blast and so many different movies. And the Sai Baba, Malik Ek we did with Jackie Shroff as Sai Baba. So all these movies also, like, it has been a team. So I have seen him going through lots of things, and even I myself went through lots of things. So as a producer, it's a very difficult journey. And for a director, it's a very difficult journey, because director is the captain of the ship. So you have to really see the entire project through your visualization. It has to happen the way you have planned. Little also shifting of little scenes, like if somebody comes in, like some actor tries to overpower and says, this scene should be like that, but that actor will not understand the entire visualization of the entire project. The director has some vision.
Yeah.
So it has to be completed accordingly. Not only for that particular scene. If you shift a little, the entire focus shifts at the end of the movie. So it is very complicated and very serious business, direction, production. And as an actor, of course, I'm enjoying my profession as an actor also. So actually my new movies are, like, my husband is directing now Jaan Tere Naam 2.
Nice.
He had done Jaan Tere Naam, in which that famous song was the Akkha India Janta hai, hum
yeah.
tum pe marta hai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
dil
right.
kya cheez hai janam apni jaan tere naam.
I remember
Yeah.
as a kid we used to
Yes. So this kind of good music will be coming in. So again, that's a huge project, Jaan Tere Naam 2, that we are planning as producers, directors, and as well there's a Marathi movie also that we are planning. It's called Tai Giri. It's based on the life of Tripti Desai. Tripti Desai is a lady. She's only 31-year-old as of now. Now she is very active in the social. She's a social activist, and she's fighting for women's rights. To enter the temples, to enter the, like you must have heard, Shani Shingnapur, Nasik, Shirdi. So there, women were not allowed to enter the premises and pray and worship. So she's the one who rebelled and fought for the rights, and that's how the women can go and worship there. Again, Sabrimala she started with. Even that Ayyappa. Over there also there's a shrine where she supposed women are not allowed. There also she's fighting out. Haji Ali in Mumbai, there she's fighting out and she's getting success. So basically we are making a life story, an autobiography of Tripti Desai. That's called Taigiri. Taigiri is like, she says the woman should pick up a weapon. Weapon is like just a bamboo stick, because in rural areas and all parts of different, parts of India, there are so many places where girls go to school. They have to walk kilometers to reach the school, and in between someone can just, attack her or whatever. So just to protect herself in defense, she should have a bamboo in her hand. So that is like लाठी लेके चलो और पिटाई करो. हाँ, ताईगिरी. That is ताईगिरी. दादागिरी हो गई.